Guys, today we are going to talk about the reason why Bitcoin is going down right now. We are going to talk about these long-term charts, what you need to pay attention to if you're holding any crypto at all. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Okay, let's begin on the 4-hourly time frame. And what we got on the 4-hourly time frame is that yesterday we tried to break through the red line here. We tried to establish price action above it, but we ultimately got rejected and we shot down to actually the edge of the lower edge of the orange box here, which we found support at. And right now we are, having a little bit of a bounce from this level. Now, a couple of things. First, the structure of us making a little bit of higher lows here is obviously broken with us going down and taking out these lows right here. And also regarding a trade I was making, you know that I always make my trade threefold. So I put in a small trade as we are breaking above the red line, but I know that we need to establish price action above this level in order for this to not just be a fake out and for us to have confirmation that we can actually expect us to go higher here. So what I usually want to see is I want to see us obviously break above the red line here, which we did, but then I want us to take out the previous high after a retest of the red line. Now what you can see is that we didn't even manage to retest this red line properly. Instead, we straight dumped through it like this. So of course, I did have my stop loss right below this red line as I talked about yesterday. So we did see that trigger, and the loss was like, I don't know, let's see here. So getting in at right above the red line and stop loss below the red line. So I mean 0.3% or so. So not too bad, but from a risk to reward standpoint, this is much better. So you put in a small trade on the red line here, and then you put in 1/3 of the trade as we are retesting the red line, which we failed to do, and then 1/3 of the trade once you take out the previous swing high, which would have been this level right here. So that's the way my trade went, and right now I'm waiting for us to establish price action above this red line. Now, one thing to pay attention to is that we have had a test of this red line now, 1, 2, and this failed rally here. And the more times we try to break through this red line, of course, the weaker it becomes. So maybe the next time we will be able to establish some price action above this red line and take off from there. Of course, I will keep you updated. Now, on the weekly time frame, you can see that we have a couple of days left for this candle to close. Right now, we are straight below this candle. And another reason why we, found resistance right here is because on the weekly time frame, if I flip on the EMA, you can see the light blue 21 EMA right here on the weekly time frame. We did get that rejection from this level as well. So this is obviously something you were also aware of, but we didn't manage to break through this, got a rejection. And right now we will see, are we going to close below this red line, which would be a little bit bearish? It just means that we need to wait a bit longer for us to break through this red line. But if we do that, of course, a massively bullish event for Bitcoin. Now, another thing is on the daily time frame, we're sitting right above support here. So the support is right now at approximately $40,000. So if we continue to go down a little bit here, expect this to be support for Bitcoin. All in all, we do have some decent support, but the resistance is still massive. The red line of the 4-hourly time frame and also the downward sloping red line on the weekly time frame here. And also we have the 21 EMA. So massive resistance for Bitcoin still. This is why I'm going to reiterate. Short term, I'm still a little bit cautious here. Yes, I am able to make some short-term trades here. If we get above this red line, I will make another try. I will do exactly the same thing as we are breaking above this red line. 1/3 of the trade, as we're making the retest, and the last 1/3 as we are taking out the previous swing high of this breakout, but also the stop loss slightly below the red line in case we see another fake out. So one thing to also pay attention to is the reason on the macro picture why Bitcoin is going down. So that right now people are expecting us to have, or Nomura, which is a financial institution, is expecting us to have 50 basis points rate hikes in May. So this is going to happen the 4th of May, and then 75 basis points in June, 75 basis points in July. So of course, when people are starting to expect these things, initially we did see a little bit of a drop. But one thing to also pay attention to is that the market is pricing in also many of these rate hikes. And if the market is pricing in something like 75% or 0.75% rate hikes in May of 2022, well, if we do not see that, that's obviously going to lead into a pump. Now, this is very interesting because we haven't really seen Bitcoin in a environment where rates are being increased. So either way, it will be very, very interesting. As for me, just continuing to buy Bitcoin, just continuing to dollar cost average, no matter what happens with these rate hikes, no matter what happens with the macro picture, Bitcoin is the scarcest asset in the world, and that is going to be enough for me to start to accumulate and continue to accumulate more Bitcoin as we are going lower or higher, no matter where. And guys, if you want to claim some nice bonuses over on Bybit and Femex, 4,530 over on Bybit, 3,500 over on Femex, so make sure to take advantage of those. Guys, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.